Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How are you today? It is Friday. It is Friday. It is Friday. Please set your intention to have a most benevolent outcome for your weekend. Set your intention to have a weekend full of grace and ease. But yeah, set your intention. All right. So, how are you all today? I'm going to set my intention to have a very request a very benevolent outcome for my weekend. So I'm working with amazing, beautiful people this weekend, and I'm very looking forward to it. So, good morning, Jeannie. Good morning, Dorothy. Good morning, Sharon. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So, I hope you're all doing well. Those of you that work a traditional work week, it is Friday. So, 7 hours, T minus 7 hours. You got this. All right. Good morning, Carrie. Good morning, Johanna. Yeah, no worries. Good morning, Anne. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Karen. Oh, that's beautiful, honey. Okay. Cards are now jumping. Cards are now jumping. Hello, Cody. Remember to like my page for notifications when I do go live. For those of you who are interested in readings, personal readings, Tarot Tuesdays at 7 o'clock, and also booking sessions with me at my website, and go to the services tab. All right, let's see what we got here. So the first one that jumped out, I love it, was of the divine plan. And right now in these energies, because as many of you know, we're going through an eclipse. We're going through moon energy. Like there's just a lot of energies out there right now. So, the divine plan is in place for you in your life. And remember, the divine plan isn't always your plan. So sometimes you are being brought to things that maybe you were inspired to do at one point and thought it was too much, too big, not the right time. And for some of you, you're being brought to the right time. For some of you, you're being brought to the opportunities. You're being brought to, being pushed out of situations that don't serve you because you need to get to whatever the divine plan is. And the divine plan is going to have something to do with whatever you've been dreaming about, whatever the dream or the inspiration has been, even if it was from childhood, even if it was from early adulthood. Those dreams, those inspirations, they don't just go away, especially if that is your divine plan. Because remember, Spirit is going to keep bringing you the messages that are for you until you receive them and do something with them. So for many of you, you've been going your own direction, doing what resonates with you, making the choices that felt safe or stable. And oftentimes the divine plan and the things that you dream about don't feel safe and stable until you start building the foundation by taking the one step and then being brought to the next step. So it's going to be really important as you move forward that you do find your strength, your inner strength, your strength that is tied to the divine, tied to your guide of team of angels, ascended masters, because we all have it. We all have that core inner strength. And for some of us, because of life being knocked down over and over again, we have walked away from it because, well, it didn't work out in the past. How can it work out this time? Because this is the time. For many of you, this is the time that the 19-year cycle, the 7-year cycle, the 3-year cycle, a lot of really transformational endings for many, many people right now. And they're feeling uncertain. They're feeling unstable. They're feeling that their world has been rocked in some way because they're being taken out of what doesn't serve them. That's the divine plan. That is for you to get into the inspiration, the dreams, the desire, the thing that brings you the most joy. And yes, it may take some inner strength, but you're not alone. They're here to help you receive strength, be strong, be bold, and take the action you need to take. Some of you, it will feel like a leap of faith where you're jumping into the deep end. For some of you, it's simply taking that one step because the universe has your back. The universe is here to say, we support you. It is time for you to come into balance, in time to come into inspiration, time to take the leap of faith, time to do the thing you've been wanting and wanting and wanting and wanting, and you've been too afraid to do because maybe you weren't in the right place. Maybe you didn't have the right home situation. Maybe you didn't have the right money situation. Maybe you didn't have the right strength situation. Maybe you've done some healing and now you feel like, okay, now I can put time and attention over into this thing that I've been really, really wanting to do because I eliminated that toxic relationship. I eliminated that toxic work environment. Or I was dumped out of it because I was staying because it felt safe and stable because I'd been there for years and years. And even though it wasn't great, it was my comfort zone. It's time to get out of the comfort zone. It's time to plant the seeds for the future. It's time to plant the seeds for the future. It's time to take the step. So for some of you, it's not the right time to jump in the deep end. Maybe you've got little kids. Maybe you have people who depend on you for certain things and you just, you can't let them down. And that's okay. But you can take a step. You can plant the seed. You can set the intention with the universe. This is where I want to go, ultimately. You can request a most benevolent outcome for that thing that's always felt way too big, way too much. Because that's what it's time to do. Look at that clock. This is a clock. Because we need to plant the seeds for the future. Not looking at the past, not looking at how things didn't work out, not looking at how things fell apart, people didn't show up. You're not that person anymore. That's why things are going to work this time. That's why things are different this time. Where you resonated in the past, you don't resonate there anymore because you don't feel worthless. You're not discouraged. You're moving into a more empowered state. For some of you, it's taking back your voice. For some of you, it's letting people around you know that this is the way you're going. And if you're coming, great. If you're not, it was nice knowing you. But you're letting go of the frustration and irritation. You're getting grounded and centered. And you're not letting the anxiety and the urgency, which is fear energy, drive the train anymore. It is time to plant the seeds of the future. Take the step. Awesome, Joanna. Awesome. So, you are not alone. You are not alone. And for some of you, you may feel alone. You may feel isolated. You may feel like you don't have the support from your friends and family or the people that normally support you because what you want to do is very, very different. Or it feels a little scary because there's an unknown factor in it. And that's okay. Just know that they love you and you love them. But it's okay to call in and invoke your team of guides and angels and ascended masters. Pray to God. Pray to whoever you believe in and know that they're there listening and helping you. They need to be invoked. They're not going to arbitrarily just step in. Unless it's a dangerous situation and they're going to keep you safe. Because your role here at this time is not over. Oh, Cody. I'm glad, honey. That's why I'm here. I'm glad. Awesome. Thank you for being here. Welcome. I feel like you're new. So just know, look at this. The universe has your back. It's the divine plan and the universe coming through. So whatever it is that you're wanting to do, it is time. It is time. Some of you, it might be about leaving a situation. Maybe you're not ready to move forward yet because you've got to deal with something that you need to let go of. And that's okay. Sometimes we're brought to situations not because they're good for us, but because the other person needed it, or the other place or situation needed you. And now it's time for you to move on because you've given what you can. And that was a hard message for me to learn. It really was. So let's see what the advice is to go with this for us this morning. Yeah. Ease and grace. This is a time to learn and adapt. I guess I should show you the card. You are being guided to slow down. Take your time. Take in the current moment and allow space for events to occur. You often put too much pressure and expectation on yourself, and this is not required. Also, with constant effort and rush, you'll find yourself becoming overwhelmed and tired. When you're too forceful, you use up too much energy, and that may hinder your progress at this time. If you are in a difficult situation at work or with other people, don't feel you have to prove your skills, talents, or worth. Just step back and breathe, and through grace, you will soon be seen, understood, and recognized for who you truly are. You are being guided to flow like water. Don't feel the need to rush or force your way ahead. A gentle approach will be more rewarding. Have patience and move with subtlety and grace. Your angel guide is encouraging you to see life as a dance, one step at a time. You'll make your way through this incredible journey, learning more and growing along the way. How can you move with more elegance? How can you slow down? How can you bring more grace and poise to your current situation? This is a time to soften, breathe, and move in a way that is steady but flowing. This information may come as a surprise or even a challenge to you, but your angels know it will be beneficial for what is coming your way next. Ease and grace. Because guys, if there's urgency surrounding what you're doing, that's fear energy. You're letting the fear overcome you. That's where you have to step back, get grounded and centered. And when you're coming from that grounded and centered place, from your heart space, that's when you know you're in the right you're going in the right direction. Oh, thank you, Johanna. Yeah, Cody, you got this. You got this. You got this. It's not going to be like it was before. All right. We're going to do something a little this morning because it's Friday and I'm feeling the Friday vibe. So I'm going to pull 3 cards. And then I want you to choose the card that resonates with you or your eye is drawn to or you feel once I hold them up. And then we're going to give the individual readings. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. Let's pull 3. Oh, there they are. All right. So 1, 2, 3. All right. I'm going to hold them up. You're going to choose which your eye is caught to, where you're led to, what one feels right for you. So we have 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Take a deep breath. You might even want to take a deep breath, close your eyes, breathe 3 times, open your eyes, and which one do you see first? 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. If you chose number 1, willing release. It is time to let go. It is time to let go. For some of you, you're holding on with a death grip because you're so scared. And by choosing to let go, it's actually going to end up being an easier change. If you keep holding on so tightly with that death grip, it's going to force the universe to have to come in and release the hand for you. And that is going to be a bump in the nose. That's going to be a tower moment, okay? So for some of you that you can feel the change is needed, but you're not making it willingly, it's time. It's time to make the willing release. It's time to take matters into your own hands, take your power back, take your voice back, take who you are back. Know that the way forward is safe and secure, that you are supported, that you are loved. And let go. And let go. It will be different. It will be uncomfortable. Invoke the help. Praying is asking, meditating is receiving. Getting quiet. Allowing the feeling, the knowing, the seeing, and the hearing to come to you through your angels, your guides, your ascended masters, your crossed over loved ones. They're always, always with you. They really are. The veil is so thin, you can feel their energy. And for some of you, you feel it all the time and you just discount it. How can it be them? They're dead. No, their body is dead. Their soul is so very much alive and with you, enveloping you, loving you, supporting you, guiding you. They've not let you go. It's time. It's time to move on. For yourself, not for anybody else. It's about healing your spirit and going towards what is going to serve you, where you are going to be appreciated, where you are going to be loved. Holding on with that death grip, it's not serving you. Ask them to help you. Ask Archangel Michael, invoke him to come in and give you the strength that you need. Right there on top. Right there on top. He will. He will absolutely help give you the strength you need to cut the cords from those situations and people who are just, it's like they're pulling you under, in the undertow, and you're drowning, and you're the only one that can save you. It's time. It's time to let go. You are so dearly loved. Number 2. If you're just joining me, I pulled 3 cards, so you may want to watch this on the replay. But if you're showing up now, I would say one of these messages will be for you, or both. Ooh, number 2. Roots of abundance. Roots of abundance. You are coming into that financial safety and security and foundation that you've been praying for. So keep working on your root chakra. Keep doing root chakra clearing meditations. Keep grounding, because you are building that foundation that is bringing you the safety and stability and the financial material needs and wants that have been being held off. Awesome, Fresh. Awesome. Johanna, no, you don't need to obsessively ask and ask and ask. No, honey. It's really about asking and then getting quiet. You're feeling the urgency because of the fear. It's time to get quiet. So the roots of abundance are here for you. If you're not feeling this yet, you will. In the next 30 days is what I'm hearing. And this could be new people. This could be new opportunities. This could be money. But this is going to be the abundance that is going to make you feel like you're valued, you're seen, you're heard, you're loved. And this is an abundance that's fleeting. This is deep rooted, that's going to keep giving to you over and over and over again. So just know that the healing and the situations you've been going through and all of the trials and tribulations, They have not been for naught. It's been bringing you to what is going to give you that long-term, long-lasting safety and security and stability of abundance that will keep giving to you over and over and over again. So if you chose card 2, it's time to get into gratitude. It is time to let go of fear. Because what is showing up is for you, and you cannot block it by saying it's too good to be true. It's not. It's here for you. You've been doing the work, you've been doing the manifesting, and now it's time to receive. And for many of you, you don't know how to receive because you've always been the one giving. You've always been the one taking the hit. It's time. It's time for you to have that sustainable abundance. You do deserve it. You do deserve it. You got to receive it. Number 3, sorry. Number 3. This actually mirrors very much the message of opening to discovery. Opening to discovery, finding the dreamer within. You're being inspired. You're being inspired in a way that maybe you've never been inspired before. Because now is the time for you to step into your magnificence. Now is the time for you to really embrace your divinity within. It is time to feel the support of the universe. That you have the key inside you to unlock the door of your potential. Look at that. There's a key right on there. It's time. It's time. You have the key, no one else. So for many of you, you keep asking, you keep looking outside of yourself, you keep wanting someone to show you the way, you would keep wanting someone to give you the answer. You have the answer within. It's time to go within. It's time to get connected. It's time to get grounded. For some of you, the traumas and dramas are big and they're holding you down hard. Feeling powerless, feeling unworthy, dealing with depression, dealing with despair, holding on to resentment and anger, being in victimization. It's time to really look at why you're holding on to the stuff that's hurting you. You're the one that has the answer, but you've got to do the forgiveness. And for many of you, it's forgiving yourself because you're blaming yourself for the decisions you made at the time that you made them. You were doing the best you could then. You got to let that go. For many of you, you get into victimization because you can't accept your role. So you want to blame everyone or the society around you. Forgive it. Forgive it. You're not that person anymore. You don't resonate there anymore. Now it is for you to come into your divinity, your magnificence, and grab onto that key that's going to unlock the door of your potential, who you are, why you're here on this earth plane at this time to shine your light. It's time to heal. It's time to heal the wounds. For some of you, you may be able to do that on your own. For some of you, you may need to seek out therapeutic care. Talk to your doctor, especially if you're dealing with bouts of depression. That's chemical. And for some of you, you do need energy work, whether it's Reiki or integrative energy therapy or unity field healing or whatever you resonate with. But it's time. It's time. It's time for you to grab onto the key and unlock the door. It's time. You're the only one holding you back. And that can be a really, really scary thought. Because it's easier to blame someone else. It's easier to blame society. It's easier to blame your boss. It's easier to blame your parents. It's easier to blame your partner. You've got to take responsibility for your choices and decisions and change them accordingly. Because you have the key. Mara, this is a general message, honey, but I did pull 3, pick a card. So you may want to go back and watch the replay and find the message that resonates with you. Good morning, Mandy. Good morning, honey. How are you? All right. Whew. Powerful. And I'm not surprised. We're in the, the eclipse was yesterday. We're still in eclipse energy. So yes, a lot of people are still going through a lot of transformation. So yeah, there we are. We're all going through it. Nobody's being left out of it. That's so cool, Johanna. That's so cool. Hey, Tara. Good evening from Australia. Welcome, welcome from down under. All right, guys. If you want to work with me, melissalwatkins.com, services tab. Other than that, that's what I have for you today. I'm wishing you so much love. I'm wishing you so much grace and ease. And I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings. All right. Love you too, honey. All right. We'll talk to you soon, guys. Have a beautiful weekend. Set your intention. Oh, Sheila and I will not be on a Coffee with Sheila and Melissa tomorrow. She's actually out of town. So we are going to be back on the 19th. But I can't promise I won't pop on tomorrow around 9 a.m. So there's a little, what do they call that? Not disclaimer. Anyway, thanks, Ann, you also. All right, guys. So we'll talk to you soon. Have a beautiful day, beautiful weekend. Enjoy.